joined by all of the big names, or some of the big names of Swoop. So we are very privileged to have 3 heads of department today joining me for this market update. We will start with Kerry. If you could just do a quick introduction to who you are, what you do at Swoop, and yeah, that would do.
Yeah, thanks, Sam. So yeah, I'm Kerry, and I look after the equity and grant side of things at Swoop. So been at Swoop for 2 years now, which is a bit crazy. Actually, more than 2 years, I think. And yeah, day-to-day job involves speaking to a lot of advisors. So I've probably spoken to a lot of you guys, and a lot of businesses and a lot of investors. So helping businesses to get access to investment and also to find the right grants. But yeah, we'll go into more detail around each of those.
Perfect. I know advisors get particularly excited about grants, so we'll have a bit of a focus on that later on. Thanks, Kerry. Reese, welcome back from Australia.
Cheers, Sam.
How was it down under?
It was good. Yeah, I think I've come back. I brought the weather with me, so no problem for that. I can see that there's a few attendees on, which I've spoken to quite often. So for those that don't know me, my name is Reese. I head up the unsecured and asset finance team. My background prior to joining Swoop was working for RBS across 2 of their separate banks. One was NatWest and one was Coutts as well. So looking forward to today's webinar. And if there's any follow-up questions, please feel free to connect on LinkedIn, email me, ring me. Always up for a chat.
Cool. Thank you, Reese. And Stu, we'll be a bit gentle on Stu because he's a bit drugged up today. So please be nice in the chat if you've got any questions. But Stu, do you want to do a quick intro?
Cheers, Sam. Yeah, afternoon, everyone. I'm Stuart. I look after our commercial mortgage and property finance proposition here at Swoop. Similar to the other guys, head of the department, look after the team, work with customers, work with lenders, and again, I can see a number of advisors on the call that I've spoken to individually as well. So nice to see you all joining us. And yeah, looking forward to getting stuck in and giving you an update as to what's happening in our world.
Just a minute each and a few takeaways for people to go away with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I kind of, to summarize everything I was saying across the hour, I think on the equity and grant side of things, the reason that we pair those 2 teams as one in Swoop is because there is quite a bit of overlap. So businesses that are looking to raise investment often are doing something very innovative and should be looking at grants. So really just keep that in mind. If a client is saying, oh, I want to get investment, just make sure that you're covering all your bases on the grant side of things. And things to be looking at is kind of, we hear game changing being said all the time. Like, are they actually transforming something, or are they using something that already exists in a new way that hasn't been done before? So the kind of key point is hasn't been done before, and you'll hear a lot of clients saying they've no competitors, but that competitor analysis is particularly important on both the equity and grant side of things. But yeah, I think kind of thinking of equity and grants kind of together would be my kind of key recommendation from this overall webinar. And then that also circles in with the guys in terms of just looking at the overall funding landscape and making sure that you're exhausting all options and not just, focusing on one particular niche.
Brilliant. Thank you, Reese.
Yeah, sure. I think the key takeaway, I don't think it's been a whirlwind. I think for me is where the market isn't necessarily aimed at loans anymore. It's looking at the balance sheet and what cash can be extracted, if there is any, but there's also some unique facilities, VAT funding, advances on other VAT, corporation tax for individuals, for businesses, it's anything that effectively is a big cost. There's more than likely a product that we can provide which will assist in spreading the cost over a period of time. It's looking at the tax breaks as well, the tax advantages of leasing, taking on smaller loans potentially. It's basically looking at everything that a client needs rather than, as was mentioned previously, the interest rates. And it's looking at everything in a circle, and we can help on that side to say, actually, it's worth actually looking at taking more out of your commercial mortgages, or looking at your invoice finance facility, because we actually think we can reduce that cost rather than a new facility that is away from an existing facility that they have, such as invoice finance. So what I would say is if there are not clients just needing urgent cash, because that's not the case at all, it's been on the forefront of your clients to making sure that they've got the best possible facilities in the market.
Brilliant. Thank you. And Stu, do you want to finish up?
Yeah, Reece, it's lovely that we're on the same page, but it's equally frustrating that you've stolen my thought for. But yeah, so there's sort of two key takeaways for me. The first one is it still revolves around people. Who are they? What have they got? What skin have they got on their back? You know, how good are they at what they do? That will, for me, that's a principle that will never change. It's certainly in the debt markets. People want to lend to experienced people that have a proven track record. So if you haven't got that, find a way to get it is one of the key takeaways for me. And the other point, which Reece mentioned, is that the market evolves. There's never been so many products available from a debt financing perspective. So this doesn't just correlate to property-backed finance. This is looking at the whole commercial finance arena. There's never been so many products available to SMEs, which is great. That's fantastic for SMEs, but it does also present a challenge in navigating that market. So my key takeaway for advisors that are on this call would be, use us. We're here to help you and help your clients. If there's a requirement there, you know, there may well be a primary objective that they wish to achieve. Well, actually, there might be multiple ways in which we can help them achieve that. It's not just assuming that one product or one size will work for them. So use the knowledge and experience. Both, you know, all of the teams across Swoop have got a wealth of experience in all of their markets. We'll work collaboratively to get the best outcome for you and your client. And I think that's the most important thing to take away.
Just to add to that, Stu, Sam, before you wrap up, if your clients have existing offers on the table or are speaking with brokers in the industry, banks directly, we're always happy to pick up and sense check, give it the rubber stamp, say that is a great deal, or actually we think that we can better this, but it's going to take 2 weeks, a week, etc. That sense check is what we're here for, is to support yourselves and businesses globally to make sure they're accessing the right products available.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. One thing I always get asked is what makes our most successful partnerships, and I always say it's with those that are most needy and most demanding. So I always give people the green light to be needy and demanding. The more questions you have, the more you get us involved with your clients, etc. It's win-win for everyone. So please don't be a stranger. Do reach out and use us, because we're here to support you.